hot.
Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of We Can Grow Mondays. I'm Aaron, your host, and I'm here with my good friend, Farmer Cliff.
Welcome back to the garden.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us again. It's a beautiful morning.
Beautiful, we've had some rain.
Yeah, you can feel it in the air.
Yeah, very nice.
So what are we going to be doing today?
Same as we do every day, Myron.
Grow food.
There we go.
Get our hands dirty.
Or at least try to grow food.
Try to grow food. You can't grow food if you don't try.
So today, Myron, we were looking at fermented plant extracts. FPE,
Fermented Plant
extract.
What is that all about?
So it's all about growing our own fertilizers.
Wow.
Instead of having to buy a fertilizer that we need for nitrogen boost or buy a potassium-rich fertilizer, we grow all these things, and we're going to show you how we can make them into something. Welcome back, Sandy. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you, Cliff.
Myron, we're going to show everyone how to make these fermented plant extracts. Today we're going to be using the plant comfrey. So comfrey has high potassium, high calcium, and high nitrogen. Okay, but how do we get it from growing in your garden into being used on all your other produce? This is how. Here we have chopped up comfrey. Beautiful chopped up comfrey. Here we have molasses. This is just a good edible molasses that you can buy at a lot of the feed stores, a lot of different places. You put in a nice slug of that, and the other active ingredient is the effective microorganisms that you remember we brewed up before, and this is them.
And these are the EMs that you actually brewed yourself?
Correct.
Nice.
All right. So now we've chopped up the comfrey. We've got our liquid here, and we add water, of course. Sorry, I forgot to mention the water.
So it's water, EMs, and molasses. Gotcha.
And the last ingredient is comfrey.
Luckily we grew comfrey.
Exactly. Chopped up, and we put it into a bucket like this, with the flowers and everything, and we just fill it.
So we throw the gunk into there.
Correct.
We're making soup.
Yes, it is a type of soup. There's some molasses at the bottom, so I'll just get some water.
Are you going to get your hands in there?
We're going to add. It's best to use borehole water, or if you don't have borehole water, you use tap water that's been sitting out for 24 hours. That gets
the chlorine can come out.
Exactly. And then you just use that, and just like a stew or a soup, the water should just fill what you've got.
Keep on going until it actually just covered the sludge.
There we go, and then we'll put a lid onto that, and every couple of days we'll just stir it and get some air into it so that it will ferment inside here. Chopped up stuff into, and just so that it's just covered. That should be enough. Because what we're going to do now is you're going to make your own.
Oh.
We're going to watch you two do it.
Scratch.
Exactly.
Are we working as a team?
Yeah, I'll do the pouring.
There we go. Sandy's going to do the pouring. Molasses first.
Let's check it out. Some nice deep.
Oh, you can taste
molasses.
it.
At least taste
Taste it, it's very yummy.
This is an edible one. Not all molasses is edible. This one is. Oh, it's not. Just joking.
So those of you who don't know what EMs are, effective microorganisms are basically beneficial bacteria, and it's the basis of environmentally friendly cleaning products. And there's so much you can do with it.
Doesn't stick. Yeah, that's going to be the thing. And now we'll add the plant life, and then we're going to add some more water onto that. There was just a bit of EMs left in here, but I put it all together. Go on. We're going to put some comfrey in.
Okay.
Remember, the comfrey's got high potassium, high nitrogen,
high potassium, high nitrogen,
and calcium.
And the potassium in the flowers, you were saying.
Yeah, well, more so in the flowers.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
more so in the flowers, but it does exist in the entire plant. Please remember at home, don't put comfrey, don't ingest it, don't put it on broken skin. It's not that sort of thing. It has to go through a process. Right.
And that's what your leftover EMs with.
Just a bit of the water. Exactly. And we're going to fill it all the way until it's just covering all the leaf.
And this I'm not going to taste.
We are going to put some more water in there.
And you know, I normally taste everything.
You weed and you pull that out, you can still do it.
So this is a couple of weeks.
Because it's got a. Okay, so this is what it will look like in the end.
Yeah, not with this white stuff. You won't have too much of that.
Will it break down into a liquid like that?
Correct, exactly. And you'll strain it. You'll strain out all the leaf,
And does
then
this,
you'll be left
does
with the
this
liquid.
smell close to what that guy smells?
Much better, much more.
More like medicine.
Yeah.
You're telling us, Jace, that this cannabis loves this type of nutrient.
I'd like to say all plants love these nutrients, and you can place it on any of your growing plants, and it'll really help them with their structure.
It just seems that sometimes people give more love to their cannabis. It shouldn't be like that.
We believe in giving love to all plants.
All nature's bounty is equal.
It goes deeper into how do you grow yourself? You know, and you were just
Exactly.
saying that time that you spend here to switch off, to just be amongst the plants.
It's a therapy. So number one, it's a therapy because I get to just be with nature, which makes the most sense. Number two, the microbes that come from the soil while we working in it
Right.
fortifies our own microbiome. But then there's also the community aspect. It's us being together doing something like this, which feeds the soul.
Very much so, feeding the soul. Very true. All these things are things that one can get from these gardens. Hopefully there will be more community gardens built on this sort of way. Like a lot of gardens right now with the rain and everything, everything is growing. It's the nitrates that are in the rain that's just making everything explode.
Right.
So this is a good example. We do this continually all the way through season. It's a bit of maintenance, that's what it is.
So just get in, pull out weeds.
We're pulling out the weeds, we're pulling out the plants that we don't have a use for right now. But if we wanted to, we could keep all these plants that we're pulling out, what we call weeds, we could put it in a bucket
And we could make the same
fermented
food.
plant extract.
Fermented plant extract.
Correct,
I hear you.
exactly.
This is weeding over here, and I've taken out, look at this. All of this is blackjacks. And this garden is literally overrun with blackjacks. But now whilst this garden's so overrun, but this side isn't. So you can see, this side we mulched. This side we didn't mulch. So we're just showing you an example. What happens when you mulch, what happens when you don't mulch. Back to the job, let's get the weeding done.
Everybody, now we're here at the end of the process after we've taken the comfrey, chopped it up, mixed it with the EMs, molasses and water. We've let it brew for a couple of weeks. Not brew. And here we have it. There we go. What we're going to do now is just pour it into our...
This guy really smells. Using a 1 to 100 ratio.
Wow, so that means 100 mils in a 10-litre watering can.
Wow. So there's a lot of muchi there for your plants.
Once over like that, so that all the soil goes back to, fills up all the air holes and air spaces, like that. So this is fermented plant extract being put onto
Nice, look at that.
the soil. Plants feeding plants.
Plants feeding plants.
Unbelievable. Sandy, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you, Cliff. I've learned so much.
Yeah, me too. Myron, thank you.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you for another absolutely marvelous morning
Perfect.
here at the Let It Grow Foundation.
And if anyone wants to join us, please get in contact with Myron, and hope to see you in the garden soon.
Yeah, come down and thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends. You can't eat them if you don't know how to grow them. So it's time to get started.
Let it grow.
Let it grow. Thank you.